face, 8 p.m. Little suit, Melvin, whatever the fuck you wanna call me, right? Just know you put a battery in my bag, I might put a bullet in your face. Smoking on that, I just put a hole in the ozone. Push your weight, I still trap up my own phone. I'm too deep in this shit, man, I'm so gone. Tell that bitch I want that, keep her clothes on. Nigga, run up on me, get your mind blown. Cash shot, screenshots through an iPhone.
What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be showing y'all the 3-4 odd loop blitz scheme. This is a nice package you can add to your arsenal. By no means is this a shutdown, stop everything type of defense. It's just something throw to, at your opponent, kind of throw them off. This is going to be at a 3-4 odd, so any playbook that has that, you can get this done. And you can do this this little setup with basically almost every play out of the 3-4 odd. We're going to be mainly focusing on cover 3 sky, the Tampa 2, cover 6. But like I said, you can do this with basically any play out of this playbook. Those are just the simple setups. You can get more complicated with it, but I'm trying to keep it simple. Nobody wants to keep dealing with setting up something that's really complicated. We're just the quicker the better. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. A couple things with this this defense. You want to go to your coaching adjustments. These are going to be the important ones. You want to turn this off, the auto flip, and then your alignment. You want to put this on base. You can keep it as default or man. But you want to make everything look the same. This is kind of how you throw your opponent off. If it's cover 2 and you want to make it look like a cover 4 or cover 3, make it look like a cover 2, you're going to want to put that on base. The option defense, I like to put this on conservative. I feel like this helps them focus on the quarterback if it's a play action. I know it's speaking more so for an option, but I feel like it does help with the play actions as well. So I put that on conservative. Now your zone drops, these are going to change depending on your opponent, what they're doing. You gotta make adjustments depending on if he's going high, low, things like that. And in the zone coverage, sometimes I do like to switch this to match once again, just to switch things up, give your opponent different looks. It all depends on what your opponent is doing. But for sure, auto alignment, I would put this on base. I would turn this, you have to turn off the auto flip. And then like I said, the option, I would put this on conservative. We're going to start with the cover 3, the cover 3 sky. It is the easiest and most simple one to set up. I mean, honestly, they're all the same, but I guess this one has the best coverage with the blitz. So we're going to start off with the cover 3 blitz, the cover 3 sky, and it will go from there. All right, so the first defense we're going to be rocking with is going to be the cover 3 sky. A couple things, I always have the left linebacker blitzing. So when we're picking the play, I make sure I flip it to where the left side linebacker is blitzing. In the cover 2, I think the left side linebacker is already blitzing, so you don't have to flip that play. Now, you don't necessarily need to do that, but when you're getting used to the adjustments, you want to keep everything the same, keep it simple, and you can memorize it. And then once it comes second nature to you, then you can do this either way. But I would highly suggest that you keep it all one way until you get used to it. And then what we're going to go ahead and do to set this up is you're going to shift the D-line to the left. The way you do that is left with the D-pad and then left with the left stick. And then you're going to go ahead and slant them in. That's left with the D-pad and then down with the right stick. Then we're going to go ahead and pinch the linebackers. That's right with the D-pad and then down with the left stick. And you're going to manually blitz this guy right here. It's always going to be that linebacker. It's not going to be, you're going to use the other middle linebacker, and then that guy is going to be the guy you always blitz. And then we're going to quarterback contain. So this is what it's going to look like. This is the primary play right here. There's different things you can do. You can press your DBs. You can bring them up like this. If it's a run heavy situation, you can do it like that. If they're in a shotgun and they got a burner out there, I wouldn't recommend this because that deep blue can get burned unless you got a fast cornerback. So you can just keep them back. Also another thing, having that defense based, everything's going to look the same. Cover 2 is going to look like cover 3. Cover 3 is going to look like cover 4. They're all going to look the same. And that's another good thing about this defense. When you're disguising it, is it cover 2, cover 3, and they gotta make adjustments on the fly. What I like to do normally with my users is keep them about 10 yards off the ball, and that gives me a time to read if it's a run. Who do I need to pick up? Primarily though, if it's a pass play, I kind of go straight to their primary guy that's closest to me. So in this case, it's Mark Andrews. So I'm going to kind of shoot to him. Now, if there's a drag coming underneath, that's going to be my job to pick it up. This is one of those type of plays where you got to take away that first go-to, and if you do, by that time, you're probably at the quarterback. So let's go ahead and let them run the play and see what kind of results we're going to be getting right here. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and pick up Mark Andrews. Bad coverage by me, and that was actually a good pickup by the defense. Now, I'll show y'all the good with the bad. There will be times where the O-line just picks up the blitz completely, and that was just a good example of it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this replay real quick. You can see everything pretty much got picked up, and that was because we actually got around with a loop blitz right there. I didn't even realize that. that was just Lamar Jackson getting free right here, making the right decision to shoot it up. But we did create pressure. Now, when you're going against real users, once they see this right here, they're going to panic. Not everybody, but majority of the users will panic. They'll start moving left to right, and that's when you create, you know, better block sheds, and you're going to get to the quarterback even faster. But for the most part, we got to have good coverage out there. You know, it's not going to be a straight up, you know, cover 2 man where everything's bagged up, but it's just on us to be a good user and pick up whatever we can. You can see the pressure did make Lamar move though, and that's basically what we want. It's not always going to get picked up like that where the right guard actually ends up picking up the loop blitz, but let's go ahead and run the play a couple more times and see what kind of results we're going to get. Same setup, shift the D-line, slant them in. It really isn't that hard to set it up. You can set this up really quick. And another thing I like to do, if it is a pass play, or if you think it's a pass play, is play over the top and then go ahead and guess pass. There you see he got in again, untouched. It's not an instant blitz. It's not going to be, you know, a 1 second blitz or anything like that. But you are going to get to the quarterback. It's just like any other loop blitz right now. And they are, I want to say they're going to get patched in this next update. So I would use them and abuse them. Do I think it's going to get patched to where you're not going to be able to use the loop blitz at all anymore? I don't think so, but they said they're going to patch it, so we'll see what happens. But you can see he's getting around every single time untouched. Right there, the other linebacker that I was talking about got through untouched, even with the running back blocking right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at this replay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Should still let us do the replay. You can see right here, he still got in untouched. And once again, like I said, once the users, they see this right here, they're gonna panic. That was good coverage. They just threw the ball. It was a 50-50 ball and he got beat. But once they see that right there, they're gonna panic. They're gonna want to move, and that's when mistakes are gonna be made. And you can see the other quarterback contain right there got in untouched with it's that glitch where the running back doesn't even block them, and we're right there at the quarterback's face. By no means, I'm going to repeat this again, this isn't an instant, I'm going to get to the quarterback in a second type of blitz, but it is going to get to the quarterback regardless. You're going to get some type of pressure. And with good coverage, taking away the first or second option, by that time, like I said, we're in the quarterback's face. They just threw up a prayer and he came down with the ball. All right, this is going to be the Tampa 2, same setup. You're going to shift the D-line, you're going to slant them in, pinch your linebackers, quarterback contain, same exact setup, only it's cover 2. And you're going to want to just, you know, change the defense up here and there just to confuse your opponent. And it's, once again, your job just to pick up whatever you can as a user. This is actually really good coverage. You have 2 vert hooks, 2 cloud flats, and then your 2 blue zones. Even if you wanted to, like, you can put this as like a double Mabel right here. You can have your purple and your blue on that side and kind of use the middle. There's different things you can do. You just got to mess around with it. And just try to throw your opponent off. Let's go ahead and let them run the play though. Let's see what kind of results we're going to get. Same setup basically with the blitz. You're going to get the same results. You can see he got all the way around. He did end up getting picked up, but I'm gonna keep stressing this. When you're going against a real user, not everybody's going to have that pocket presence where they're just going to stay in the middle. They're going to move. And a lot of times what people do is they back up 10 yards. And when they back up 10 yards, that right guard's not going to be able to pick up that user like that. Or the loop blitz like that. The loop blitz is going to get straight around. There's going to be nobody else. Once he gets past that right tackle, it's going to be basically game over for the quarterback. Because a lot of people naturally, they call it and they'll back up like 10 yards. And we can see right there, if you try to get out the pocket, that's what I mean. Once you start trying to get out the pocket, the sheds are just instant. And you're going to get to the quarterback. This is a really good blitz just to add, you know, it's once again not going to be no type of shutdown defense. You're not going to lock everything up. Because I had a really good game against one guy. I was using it all game just to see what kind of results I was going to get. And he was playing really smart. He was finding the right spots to throw to. I had to keep making adjustments left and right. The blitz didn't work every single time. Not in the sense that it didn't get to the quarterback, but he was able to get passes off before I was able to get to the quarterback. But there was times where I did get the sack, and those are going to be the type of games that you're going to have to make adjustments left and right because they're making adjustments to your defense. But majority of the time, you can see, there you go, we got in again. It's going to work majority of the time. I was going to go through all the defenses, you know, but it's basically the same setup. I will be boring y'all making the exact same adjustments. Everything I just did with this cover 3 sky and the cover 2 is going to be the exact same thing if you did the cover 4, cover 3, whatever it is, cover 6. I do want to show you one more defense is going to be the cover 4 quarters. All right, real quick, I want to talk about the cover 4 quarters. It's a little bit different of a setup. It's just something else you can add in there, and it's going to be less of a blitz and more, it's going to have more coverage. What you're going to do is you're going to actually pinch the D-line and you're going to slant them in. You're going to pinch the linebackers and quarterback contain. And that linebacker that we normally blitz on cover 3 and cover 4, or cover 3 and cover 2, is already blitzing. So all you got to do from there is quarterback contain. And you're going to get a look something like this. This is just another look you can throw at your opponent. If they're blocking the running back, a lot of times the running back will pick up the loop blitz. But if he's not blocking, he'll get in free. Right here, I think the running back is actually blocking. But just imagine if he wasn't blocking, you can see we're going to get around the right tackle, and we wouldn't have got picked up right there. That's just another thing you can add. Once again, I'm not necessarily paying attention to the coverage. I'm not really trying to stop them or anything like that. But this is just something else you can add just to kind of, you know, mix in what you already got going on. That's basically going to be it for this video. There's also other things you can do out of the 3-4. Like you can do the setup where you show blitz. Let me see. There you go, where the linebackers come up like this, and you can do something like this and do a bluff blitz. We did this. This was a real popular play for me back in 22, and this is a very simple defense, and it gets pressure, but it does, you know, you have to pick up, you know, whoever you need to. You can see right there we get in. If y'all want a video on what we do with that defense, I'll drop a video on that. It's very similar to how we used to run it in 22. But with all that being said, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it.